Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tino here, and I speak all things investing and business. So today I am going to be speaking about 5 money habits that I learned in my early 20s, which I think will be quite useful for everyone, regardless of their age. And these are some things, to be honest, I wish I kind of started even earlier than my 20s. So yeah, let's just go right into it. So the first thing is to stop spending money on things that do not yield a good return over a long period of time. Now, wasting money is one of the biggest things that most people do when it comes to money habits. Now, in my 20s, I learned that I need to, just spend money on things that yield a good return over a long period of time. Now, these are things which are, of course, financial. So, for example, investing will give you a return at a later time. But I'm also focusing on the other side of things, so non-investments, non-financial things, such as, for instance, having a gym membership. Now, investing in a gym membership has helped me to get fit, has helped me to de-stress, has helped me to have good health overall, has helped me to have a good habit, and has helped me to be socialized. It's helped me to do so many things. And these are some of the things that I mean when I say you should only spend your money on things that yield a good return. So, for example, gym membership. Another little thing which I treat myself again is a massage. So I get a massage. Obviously not at the moment because things are shut down, but typically I'll get a massage almost every few months, so maybe every 2 months or something like that. I'll get myself an expensive massage, and again, it just helped me to feel good. My muscles are not as tight anymore. I can work longer. I'm not getting headaches anymore. So guys, just invest in yourself rather than spending money on useless things that don't give you a long return. That's another thing, is to stop buying depreciating assets. Now, look, I'm all for living. I know I made an Instagram post about this a few days ago. So now, you can buy your Gucci stuff, your Louis Vuitton stuff, or whatever it is, your expensive handbags, your expensive shoes, your sports cars, your big houses, and everything else you may want in the world. But to my belief, and one thing which I strongly do believe, is that you should not buy this with money that comes from your paycheck, directly from your paycheck. You should only invest in depreciating assets only when it comes from your investment returns. So what I mean by that is, as an example, you are investing in property. The only way you're going to buy those shoes or those materialistic things are buying it from the rental income that you get from the property. So in the first instance, you should be saving up to buy or to invest into things, and then whatever returns you have from those things, then you can of course reinvest some of that, but also live a little and spend on those as well. So you shouldn't be spending your paycheck on payday on shoes or anything else materialistic that you don't really need, especially if you're not financially free. So number 3 is saving for the big stuff. So here in the UK, there's a big belief that you should, when you're growing up or when you start working, you should save up for a deposit for your house or down payment for your house for you to live in as soon as possible, as an investment, quote unquote. Now, for me, I don't really believe that your house that you live in is an investment. I personally prefer to invest in other houses and rent them out to tenants or flip them or whatever else. However, the moral of the story is still the same. You need to save up in your early 20s. The earlier you start, the better. And over the long term, it gets slightly easier because, of course, you have a bit more money, and also have that slight belief that it is actually possible, to save 5,000, 10,000, 20, 50,000, 100,000 pounds as well. Now, the only downside of the saving is that there's a limit to how much you can save, which brings me up to the next point, which is focus on increasing your income. You can only save so much. I know a lot of people who are even good at saving, and they just kind of hit a roadblock and they're like, I can't save anymore now, or I can't save any more than I'm already saving. Now, the only way to kind of fix that problem is to have more income streams. Now, this could be side hustles, this could be working a part-time job, this could be, especially right now in the current climate, digital hustles are kind of the thing to go with right now. Or it could be, for example, for myself, I'm actually still building up my digital presence. However, I do have some stocks which pay me some money every month. Not a lot to live on. However, it's better than zero because my money is not just in the bank rotting from inflation. So that's one of my income streams, as well as my day job as well, and other things. So focus on increasing your income streams, and then that will help you to, of course, save more. The last thing is to avoid debt at all costs. Now, this is specifically bad debt, so things like credit cards, payday loans, which have insane interest. So you borrow now, and by the time you pay it back, you're paying back more than you even borrowed. Guys, it just doesn't make sense. For me personally, I'm a big believer that if I can't pay for something, I just don't buy it. So it means I can't afford it. I'll either save up or just accept that I can't afford it for the time being and just move on. And I was never the person to kind of like, get a credit card just to buy something and then get in trouble for that. Guys, if you can't afford something, either save up or just move on and work on increasing your income streams so that you can eventually save up, so you can eventually afford whatever it is that you do want. So avoid bad debt at all costs. Now, things like your student loan doesn't really count because, of course, that's different. Also, if you have any mortgage, slightly different, or any investments, that's okay. That's kind of good debt in a way, so that's okay. I'm only talking about things which like credit card loans. I'm talking about things like credit cards and payday loans, which are very, very bad for you. And the problem with that as well is it just gets into a spiral. You get more debt, you can't pay back the debt, and you get even more debt because of that as well, and it just keeps going downhill. Now, I know in America, there's a big culture of spending everything on your credit card because you get points for it. However, as long as you can pay that back on time without any delays, then it's okay. But of course, for most people, they're potentially not able to do that as well. Now, similarly in the UK as well, it's not so much here in the UK in terms of credit card spending. However, if you do pick or choose to have a credit card, it's all fine as long as you can pay that back on a monthly basis, or whatever the agreed terms are as well, so that you don't get into debt. Now, guys, those are 5 things that I've learned so far in my 20s. 5 money habits that I think are quite useful for everyone to know. Now, I don't think this is just for young people to know. I think whatever age you are, I think you could find this quite useful as well if you apply it to your life. Now, guys, hope that was useful, and I will see you on the next video.